You're listening to I-95, Bangor's classic rock station with Jay Stu and Corey in the morning. Jay Stu and Corey rock.
I-95, Jay Stu and Corey on Bangor's classic rock station. Morning music matchup is up over at the I-95 Facebook page. Who is it, Corey?
It is Allison Payne's Wood.
Oh, that's right.
And Soundgarden's Spoon Man on this first day of spring, Jay Stu.
Today's the first day of spring?
Uh-huh.
That's a weird time.
Yeah, I know that. Free Dairy Queen ice cream today.
All right. We'll get your votes in over at the I-95 Facebook page right here at 991-9713. And let's see who does it today. It's the I-95 morning music matchup. I-95, Jay Stu and Corey on Bangor's classic rock station, 95.7 FM. We got our morning music matchup today. It is a grunge battle. Break
It's
out
super
your
crunchy.
Break out your flannels. Get out your Doc Marten boots.
Oh, I loved those boots. God, those were
Oh yeah,
great.
I still have a pair.
Do you?
Yep, I've had them for I don't know.
Yeah, a long time. They lasted a long time. We called them, blank kickers.
They
Love those boots.
used to be my exclusive footwear. It was
But
either
then you changed to Vans.
well, if I wasn't wearing Docs, I wore Vans. Because there were occasions where I wanted to wear sneakers. Although I reached this point where I was so aggravated at having to change footwear to play drums, I just basically forced myself to be able to play drums in Docs.
Really?
Yeah, I was just like, screw this. I'm gonna just do it, and it was just like, all right, here we go. And not like little ones, not shoes. We're talking like, 10 eyelet
Big
boots.
Yeah.
Yep, and I would just rip in those and have fun.
There you go.
Screw them.
There you go.
Screw
Do you
the
miss
world.
anything else from that era that used to? I mean, I've seen you use SIDS, and I can't remember. You're a chain wallet guy still.
No.
Sometimes, yeah.
No,
Who is it that I saw that?
I have no
think
idea.
it was
I
you.
still have it.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Maybe we've
it's still in a
talked
bunch of
about
stuff. Oh yeah, I
that
mean,
you used to have it.
Yeah, I got rid of it. Oh, probably the better part of 15 years ago. If nothing else, I got tired of having a wallet in my back pocket because it was screwing up my back.
Gotcha.
So I now just carry a
When
little
function overpays
money clip.
fashion. Yes.
Yeah, my back hurts years old, so I'm gonna not wear this anymore. Like that's
Yeah, that's why I don't wear heels often.
yeah. Yeah, well, and that's why I don't wear boots all the time anymore. It's
Yeah.
the same deal. I mean, that's just guy heels.
It is just guy heels.
So.
Yeah. So yeah, we've got Spoon Man and Wood, Allison Chains, Soundgarden. You can vote 991-9713. You can hit us up on Facebook. You can hit us up on the app today and tell us which one of those two songs you
Years
wanna
and
get
years
to.
ago, Alice in Chains came to not Bangor. They came to Portland and opened for Van Halen.
You have said that, which is
Yeah.
it's still a weird combo in my opinion.
Oh, they got booed right off the stage.
I'm sure they did.
It was sad. It's funny too because they also opened for Anthrax, Megadeth, and Slayer like the same year, like the summer before that, right?
How'd that one go? A little bit better?
It went better. It was, if anything, it was like a bunch of metalheads being like, "Okay, it's kind of heavy. It's kind of cool." Like, you could tell everybody was just sort of like, "All right, do I rock or do I cross my arms defiantly? I'm not sure which." So they were just sort of allowed to do their thing and quietly get off the stage.
Nice. Well, there you go. That's all you can ever ask for sometimes.
Yeah.
Just let me do my thing and quietly get off the stage.
Yeah. And then Slayer came on, and it was the most violent pit I've ever seen in my entire life.
Really?
So, oh, yeah, it was brutal. People got hurt.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was nuts.
In a metal pit, you don't say.
Oh, I mean, people get hurt, but I mean, people were getting like injured, like teeth out, stuff like that. It was brutal. It was a brutal affair there for a little while. And then it calmed down. They got to this point where like people are like lighting off firecrackers in the Civic Center. Like that's how old school this was. They're lighting off firecrackers indoors. And it finally got to the point where Slayer stops the show. And they're like,
Wow.
you guys need to chill out. They're like, what's up with the firecrackers? Just bring this down a notch or they're going to pull us off the stage. You know what I mean? So it was just
Did
like,
people behave after that?
kind of. But it's like when you're getting scolded by Slayer, you know it's pretty serious. That's all I'm saying.
Yep. Yeah, I would agree with that. All right. Well, Slayer's not coming, but we've got parts of Slayer coming. Hopefully they don't do that to the...
oh, no, Kerry King is older now. And that show's outdoors. That'll be a little safer if someone sneaks
firecrackers in the middle of the Civic Center. Yeah, I would agree with that.
An indoor fire hazard, no big deal. Yeah.
Gosh. Okay.
Anyway, let's get your votes in. 991-9713 or at the I-95 Facebook page. It's a morning music matchup. I-95, Jay Stu and Corey on Bangor's classic rock station at 95.7 FM. We're on the home stretch here for the morning music matchup. Alice in Chains versus Soundgarden. We've had a lot of conversations about Slayer this morning, though, because of Alice in Chains. But that's all right. I can think of worse things to talk about.
There was a lot of information that came out of Polly's.
Hey, guy's seen some stuff.
Little story.
Yeah.
Head stomping, he said. In
the
the
Slayer
pit at Slayer.
shows,
So, yeah.
Well, and he was describing it as seeing him in a much smaller venue, like a theater, like a place the size around like the State Theater or something. Which then I told him about another time that I saw him where like people in the other band, one of the other bands, were like grabbing band members and swinging them like a weapon in the pit, like a person.
Was that the Danzig concert? Because he also chimed in when he voted that also Danzig stinks. So.
Yeah, no, not the same show. Not the same show.
All right.
But anyway, now for that matter, Soundgarden, the very first time they played in Portland was 1989. And they played at a weeny little club called the Tree Cafe. And officially, I believe the attendance was 15.
Can you imagine 15 people to see Soundgarden? That was obviously before they realized, their
It was their first tour. Yeah, their first national tour. And they stopped it. Smashing Pumpkins came like a year later. Played at Zoots, the legendary rock club Zoots back in the day. I think there were 50 people there for Smashing Pumpkins. I mean, whatever. I tell my students stuff like this all the time. It's like, oh yeah, I saw the Pumpkins at Zoots for, there were like 50 people there. And they're like, what?
It's like when Maroon 5 came and played the what used to be the main Center for the Arts. That was before Adam Levine had all his tattoos.
Oh, back when he was a blank canvas.
He had a scarf and an attitude that was unbecoming. The rest of the band was cool, but he was kind of a dank. So
I don't think much has changed. I'm betting that guy's still kind of a
cocky. Yeah,
sure.
Cocky without the lie. Sure. All right.
There you go. Yep. Easy. You're getting into Howard Stern territory there. Careful.
Never. All right. Come vote with us. Alice in Chains or Soundgarden. You have the pick today. 991-9713. Whoever wins, you'll hear. Whoever loses is going to go up against Wet Willie on Friday.
Whoa. Jeez. That's going to be a toughie right there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, let's get this last round of votes in. Let's wrap up the matchup right here on I-95. I-95. Jay Stu and Corey on Bangor's classic rock station. Alice in Chains taking it today. So Soundgarden moves to Friday.
Yep. Like I said, going up against Wet Willie. Totally a battle that makes sense.
It'll be great. It'll be great. Mm-hmm. Do yourself a favor today, anybody, and there's a YouTube video that's just the isolated vocals of Wood without the music, and you just hear Lane wail out those parts by himself, and it's spooky.
It is cool. There's a couple out there like that. There's that one that I love. There's Freddie Mercury doing, I think it's Under Pressure.
Yeah.
That they just have the isolated vocals. And you know that they're pretty powerhouse singers, but then when you take everything else away, it's really stunning how ridiculously good they are when you hear it just stripped down like that. So
yeah. I mean, there's an app you can download to your phone that pretty much does all that. Mm-hmm. Like right on your phone, you can take things out of songs. It's called noises. Yep. Like we musicians use it a lot for things where, you're learning a song. Sometimes the actual part can be distracting, you know what I mean? So you just take it right out, and then you can play along with it without the drums, without the vocals, without the guitar, whatever you want.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. That's the AI tech that everybody's afraid of. It's just like, yeah, I don't care. You know,
Well,
drum machines have been trying
that one isn't what everyone's afraid of. Let's be real. What everyone's afraid of is not that one that happens to be helpful. It's all of the other things that are coming out.
But
like
mostly
the weird
in music, that's what AI tech surrounds. It's just about being able to separate tracks. Like that was the thing with the Beatles song that just came out. Like everybody thought AI made it up, and it's like no. They just used AI tech to pull his vocals out, and then they put the music. You know, they just basically were able to take this out, put it onto new music, and that was the end. It wasn't like
you can kind of do if you have exceptional skills. You can do the cutting and pasting and things like that to a degree. This just does it better and on a digital platform. So.
Well, it takes all the stuff you don't want. You know, it's just leaves you with the good stuff and takes out the other stuff. You know, so then you can mess with it and process it from there. But either way, like I was saying, drum machines have been trying to put me out of a job for 50 years. So.
And I'm telling you, I'm not afraid of the Terminator folks. I see that movie. I know that they're not coming to take out a drum set in a song. No. They take out America and everyone else, and then they walk on the skulls. Okay, I've seen it.
Yeah.
I know it's coming.
Yeah, Hollywood's real, for sure.
Oh, come on now. Absolutely. You know what is real? Just an FYI, and I saw this and I was like, ooh, might be worth mentioning. If you were affected by any one of those terrible storms in December, you have 2 weeks to put in for government funding for assistance.
Oh.
That's coming to a quick end. So if you lost a house or a business or something like that, get on that because that's real. That's real.
Also, next hour, we have Lamb of God and Mastodon tickets up for grabs. So we got to get that going too. We'll play... Animal, true or false? Is it real? Is it unreal? We had a good one yesterday. We'll see how we do today when we give away those here on I-95. Jay, Stu, and Corey on Bangor's classic rock station. It is just about time to give away some Lamb of God, Mastodon, Kerry King, Malevolence tickets.
That's a mouthful.
Yep.
And I believe we've got another cool concert announcement today, do we not?
Yeah, later on we can't talk about it till like noon time.
We're just going to tease it.
This time tomorrow we'll be talking about it.
Yeah.
All I'll say is that this band that we're going to announce should at this point just get an apartment here.
They've been here before.
Oh yeah. So we got that coming up. So get ready to tell us if the animal is real or unreal to win your way into Mastodon and Lamb of God. That's on the way. 95, Jay, Stu, and Corey on Bangor's classic rock station.
Are we ready?
Yeah. So, Lamb of God and Mastodon, as well as Kerry King and Malevolence, are coming to town on August 6th at the Main Savings Amphitheater. Lamb of God was just here last summer with Pantera, this other band you may or may not have heard of.
That was a great concert.
Yeah. I didn't go, but I heard all about it, of course.
I did. It was good.
So it seemed fitting. There were a lot. I won't say that people walked away from that show saying that Lamb of God stole the show. But at the same time, it seemed to prime the pump for them to show up this summer to do their own headlining show.
I would say that's an accurate statement. Yep.
Well, co-headlining show, I guess, with Mastodon, who was also just here, I think, 2 years ago. They were at the Cross Center opening for Ghost.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that was a good show, actually. I went into that show kind of not wanting anything to do with Ghost, thinking they were kind of the dumbest band on earth. And they kind of are in the best way possible.
Please sell it some more.
Well, no, I thought they took themselves far more seriously than they actually do. Like there's definitely they present that with a lighter sort of air than I assumed they would.
Okay.
And it was fun. I was entertained to the point where I was like, I don't think I'm going to buy their record, but I would go see them again because it was fun. It was a fun show. So, there's going to be lots of metal here this summer. And we want to send someone to the show right now. You just have to tell us if this animal exists or not. I have one all picked out. I'm excited
to hear the guesses because it sounds like an interesting one.
The name of the animal in question is a whack job. It's a total mind thing.
I want one. I'm going to look it up after all is said and done.
All right. So just call us up, 991-9713. If you want to win tickets right now, if you want to go see Lamb of God and Mastodon, give us a buzz and do a little animal true or false this morning here on I-95. I-95, who's this?
Lindsay?
Lindsay, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Oh, we're just ducky. Just wonderful. So wonderful. Are you wonderful? Did you already say that? Are we on the same page here? Or are you just, playing along?
I'm pretty wonderful.
Good.
All right, good. So you want to win some Lamb of God tickets this morning? Is that what we're on to? You ready to play is whether or not this animal is real or not?
Well, I feel like it's a trick question.
Well, it could be. We want to send you to see Lamb of God and Mastodon. You have to tell us right now whether or not I'm on the wrong screen because I need to make sure.
Speaking of failing in front of all his friends.
I have no friends, and my life is a failure. We're all set. All right, Lindsay, tell us whether or not this is real, the red-lipped batfish.
The red-lipped batfish?
Yes, real or unreal?
Yeah, real?
It is real.
It is real. Congratulations.
It is the freakiest looking little turd I have ever seen in my life. It's got
I'm
these
looking it up right
weird arm, fin, wing things, and it has red lips. It's bizarre. It looks like a cartoon. I swear to God.
It
I'm
looks
gonna have
like
to look it
someone's
up.
weird aunt who's got too much lipstick on.
Yeah.
Who might also be a fish.
Yeah, if a fish could look like your crazy great aunt, there we go.
Awesome.
It does too. That thing is creepy.
It does. 100%.
I'm
I want
freaked
one.
out by it. I'm gonna not sleep tonight because I'm gonna open my eyes, and all of a sudden that thing is gonna be floating in front of my face.
I thought you you want it to make that sound, but you don't. But you do. I also want to get a whole tank of them and stick them in the studio now.
I remember when I was a kid, we had this relative who would come visit a lot. God rest her soul now. She's been dead for 40 years.
Uh-huh.
And she was probably 80 or 90 years old when I was a kid, right? And you know how, especially for some reason in the 80s, it was just like the thing to force your children to give kisses to people that freak them out. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I declared, they were just like, oh, give Cousin Amy a kiss. And I'm like, no. I was like not having any of it. And they're like, come on, give her a kiss. And I was like, no, she's got a mustache. No. Yeah, I just screamed that as loud as I could to anybody that would listen.
Mm-hmm. Well, if she came back as anything, this is what she might be.
She'd come back as that fish right
She'd
there.
come back as that fish. Look it up. Do yourself a favor. You're welcome in advance. The red-lipped batfish. So,
Yeah.
so
You
stunning.
can imagine how traumatized I was, too, the first time they took off her wig. You know what I mean? I was just like, they just pulled her hair off.
Oh.
It was so worrisome. I had nightmares forever about all that. I was just like, oh, God. I should
Well,
be...
did you ever see Roald Dahl's Witches? I kind of
No.
feel like it was something akin to that. Yeah, they do that. The Wishes do. They have a big conference. They lock the door. Everyone takes their wigs off, and their faces become like all... It sounds a little bit like that. I would recommend you don't watch that movie.
Yeah.
It might bring back some things.
I'll end up in a corner somewhere, sucking my thumb.
Probably. Yeah.
Anyway, congrats to Lindsay. She's going to go see Lamb of God and Mastodon at the Main Savings Amphitheater. If you didn't get in on the phone, my friends, you can put...
Red-lipped
Red-lipped
batfish or on Amy.
Yeah, there you go. Or just put anything. Oatmeal. That's our go-to word just in case. If you
The
can't,
name of the person who scared you that you didn't want to kiss in
Yeah.
your family.
just in case you can't remember red-lipped batfish,
I like that its nostrils are the exact same color red as its weird lips.
And the same size as its eyes, pretty much.
Yeah,
which
that's
is
kind of
just
freaky
like,
too. And it's got nostrils on the side
why does
and
a
the
fish
top.
have nostrils?
I don't know.
It doesn't breathe.
It's got two sets, though. Did you see that?
Oh, then
It's got two.
Look, I'm going back to the nightmare thing. I'm just going to go back to that. Anyway, we'll have more tickets to give away tomorrow to this awesome show on I-95. I-95, Jay Stu and Corey on Bangor's classic rock station. First day of spring.
Yeah.
Apparently,
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, but there's this funny debate. Like I was over on, maybe not, debate's a strong word, but like over on the WABI Facebook page.
Uh-oh.
There's this thing. It's like, hey, it's first day of spring. And then there's a little post that's just like, well, yeah, but not till later when it's actually like, apparently it's not technically spring until late tonight or something like that. I want to say like, well into the evening.
Well, Kay,
Yeah.
here's how little I care about that actual marking.
That's kinda
All I
where I'm
know
at.
is it's free Dairy Queen Cone Day today to celebrate the first day of spring. So, booyah.
Well,
This
there-
lady here, going to get some cones. My kid was like, can we go to the one in Bangor and then drive to the one in the Brewer? I'm like, stop. You do not need 2 Dairy Queen cones. No, we're not going to make we're like the circuit, but we'll get a cone.
Though, you can say that. I know those words came out of your mouth because you're a mom, but
Mm-hmm.
your brain was saying, wow, yes, we should definitely go to both Dairy Queens.
No, do you know why? I've seen my kids on extra ice cream. So we had some friends over for the birthday celebrations of all of the
I
March
love that you
birthdays
describe your
on
kids
Saturday.
as on ice cream, like it's a drug.
Well, I'm serious. They brought over like 3 packages of the cones, like the, what do you call them? The drumsticks.
Yeah.
And so when kids when they came home yesterday from school, they didn't have anything else to do. It was kind of nice. I was like, if you finish your stuff, you can have a drumstick. So they all had drumsticks. And then after dinner, they all came in. They're like, Mom, can we have ice cream? I was like, you already had ice cream today. Like, no. But I'm like, you don't need 2 ice cream cones a day. This is coming from me, who would eat 2 ice cream cones a day.
All right.
But no.
Then are you going to go to a different Dairy Queen and get a cone
No.
for yourself during the day and then go out and get another one later with your kids?
I will wait. It's a shared experience. I can wait to share it with my
You can
kids.
share it just as well, even if you've had one previous.
I'm not, no, because, listen, as much as I want to do that, okay? No, I am trying to be a better adult and
Yeah.
not do that.
Look, I
So-
respect that you don't do that with beers like I would, like get my free beer here and then sneak over to get my free beer over there. Like, I understand that's potentially damaging, but, we're talking about ice cream.
Well, maybe ice cream is not potentially damaging for you, but I need to be able to fit into my pants at the end of the day. Or maybe not at the end of the day. Maybe at the beginning of the day, because at the end of the day, I don't care.
It's time to dig out those maternity jeans.
I do not want. I spent the majority of my adult life pregnant. I do not want to go back into those pregnancy pants. Thank you.
I don't know. I might.
Not for ice cream. Not for an ice cream baby.
I tell
No,
you,
thank
though, the first time as a man that I ever bought a pair of pants that had just a little bit of like stretch to them,
Elasticity?
I was like, I get it. I understand now. Like yoga pants all of a sudden made sense. I was like, this is awesome. So,
Yeah.
I started, like when you're a kid, you get brand new sneakers and you run back and forth real fast a couple times. I put these stretchy pants on and I started doing deep knee bends, unlike I would ever do, ever.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But
'cause
I'm
you
just
can.
like, because I could, I was like, oh, look, I can do it. I can do deep knee bends. Try not to crush things in between while I'm doing it with my
Yeah.
big fat old legs, but whatever.
Yeah. Well, I will definitely go get a cone with the kids, but I don't plan on getting 2 cones. I'm not saying it won't
Slacker.
happen. It's just not making a plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I'll let you
Well,
know tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll report back after that. Anyway, stay right here. It's the I-95 Morning Show.